back in the first lockdown, I had some interesting talks with James Barbowen and Sahel Khan of Keen Gardener's Gift Set. And we were talking about songwriting and where songs came from. And my take on that was that I don't really credit myself so much as an earthly human, I suppose, if it comes to writing songs, because I don't think that it's something which you can do like maths, it's not something which is already there to be calculated, something that you can figure out to a specific measurement. I find that songwriting really comes from some external force, for lack of a better words, almost like I used to say they were like demons opening up, getting in touch with other realms, to be able to talk about things in such an abstract, metaphoric kind of way. I don't believe that somebody just sits down and says, I'm going to write a song and then writes a song from the soul, from the heart. I don't believe that's how it happens. Whenever I've written a song, in fact, a lot of it's not been my choice. I've not been able to sit down and necessarily say, like, this is the time I do it. Sometimes it just creeps upon me in the most inconvenient of times. One thing that you might have heard before is that creativity often works well in places like the shower, for instance. And that's true. I think because you're at your most relaxed, you're more open to the world around you, like the energies around you. You can then suddenly start opening up all these different types of creative things that are going on. Like, it doesn't have to be songwriting, it can be works of art, it can be sculptures, you name it. So that's the first thing. It was like, well, one thing I remember when I was working in a pub a few years ago, like, it was quite a few years ago actually, but I was just washing glasses and then these riffs were coming into my mind and they eventually became some of my favorite songs, so that's one thing. It's involuntary, but I think that the fact that we are on this earth and there are things like credit where due, at the end of the day, you need a vessel, you need a human to deliver these works of art. And that's what I believe that we are. I believe that we are channeling these energies, these thoughts and ideas, and we're just portraying them through what we are. But I don't think it is just literally us sat down saying, this is me, this is all me. I think this comes from a number of different angles, whether that's somebody else's ideas that you've taken on board, whether that's something more ethereal, which has come into your mind, because music isn't just the things that we see day in, day out. Music isn't just because if it was, we would just go out and we'd be entertained, We'd just be able to go out and look around us and go, hey, that's my entertainment for the day. But music takes us somewhere else. Music takes us away from this planet. Music takes us to another realm, maybe not so much with the commercial music. I do believe that there's a certain amount of mechanical output that happens in the music industry with commercial music, but I'm not interested in that anyway. I've never been about that. I've always been about stuff which is true art, stuff which you can actually sit down and dissect, and something which you can understand the layers over years and years and years, That's the important type of art for me. So yes, I do believe that you can copy something soullessly. I do think that you can mechanically rehash things and churn things out. And you can notice that kind of thing, Lots of fans have lots of backlash when artists bring things out and they're just not up to scratch because their heart wasn't in it, their soul wasn't in it, So yeah, that's where songs come from for me. If you close your eyes, take yourself away, take down those boundaries, take down those limits, allow anything to happen. It's a very meditative process. And I don't think I am discrediting myself by saying that it's not totally me that's producing this. I think it's just the fact that I'm still performing it, I'm still putting it to paper, and all it is that I feel that I need to be honest with the output. I need to be honest with where it's coming from and where it's going, so that's where I think songs come from. Where do you feel your songs come from? We'll talk soon.